What was your longest road trip as a kid? I was thinking about this. My dad and I, as a kid, we drove from California to Chicago to New Orleans and then back to California. My dad loved to drive. My dad would have loved the 2026 Lincoln Navigator with 3 rows. I'm having so much fun driving this. Drove from Waterford, Michigan, if you don't know, north of Detroit, to Columbia, Tennessee, which is about an hour south of Nashville. Get on the freeway, my wife and I and my son Adam, and the interior refreshes. You can see it's a Lincoln. It's the best Navigator I've seen, and I'm driving the Reserve Edition. I wanted to talk about 2 features, though, and we'll get into a lot more. But there's 2 things I wanted to touch on. Number 1 is Blue Cruise. Blue Cruise Level 3, hands-free driving, autonomous driving, whatever you want to call it. The Blue Cruise system from Lincoln, and you should be very proud of it. I used it a couple years ago, and it was good. It wasn't like this. It's fantastic. I really got a chance to experience it, driving on the freeways, coming up to construction zones, changing lanes, the spacing, everything about it. And you're like, well, all you're doing is taking your hands off the steering wheel. You still got to look forward. It is a huge mental difference. I was so relaxed. We got to my cousin's house, and I was ready to go. And the second thing I want to talk about is the suspension and the ride. Lincolns are always, well, not notoriously, but they're definitely a softer ride. You know that. That's kind of the Lincoln vibe. Sometimes I felt like they were loading up, especially a Navigator doing this. You felt like you're doing that. Kind of a, I don't know, soft ride? Not anymore. Whatever the engineers, the men and women with Lincoln did, this ride, it is wonderful on the freeway, even through some of the twisty turns here in Tennessee. Never felt like it was going to roll. I never felt any of that stuff. So my first impressions, the Lincoln Navigator, yeah, pretty awesome. My dad would have loved road tripping in this.